In the early years of the 20th century, the race to conquer the sky was supposed to be won by the elite. The smart money was entirely on Samuel Langley. He was the secretary of the Smithsonian Institution, a friend of Andrew Carnegie, and had the full backing of the United States government. He had a $50,000 grant of fortune in those days and the finest minds in engineering at his disposal. But Langley had a fatal flaw. He was obsessed with power, believing that if he could just strap a big enough engine to a frame, he could brute force his way into the clouds. Meanwhile, in Dayton, Ohio, two quiet brothers were attacking the problem from a completely different angle. Wilbur and Orville Wright didn't have government grants or university degrees. They were bicycle mechanics. But it was precisely their experience with bicycles that gave them the secret key to flight. They understood something the experts missed. Balance. A bicycle is unstable. To ride it, you have to constantly adjust. The Wrights realized an airplane had to be the same. It needed to be piloted, not just launched. Using their own modest profits from selling bikes, they built a wind tunnel in their shop, a simple wooden box, and tested over 200 wing shapes. They ignored the flawed data in the expensive textbooks and wrote their own science. While the experts were trying to build stable brick-like machinas, the Wright brothers were designing a machine that could lean and roll into the wind, utilizing a technique they called wing warping. The contrast came to a head in December 1903. Just days earlier, Samuel Langley invited the press to watch his masterpiece, the Great Aerodrome, take off. It was a humiliating disaster. The machine snagged on the launch catapult and crashed immediately into the icy Potomac River. The experts had failed. Hundreds of miles away, on the desolate, windswept dunes of Kitty Hawk, North Carolina, Wilbur and Orville were ready. There was no press. No fanfare, just the brothers, a few locals, and the freezing Atlantic wind. On the morning of December 17th, 1903, Orville climbed into the flyer. At 10:35 a.m., the machine moved. It didn't crash. It lifted. For 12 glorious seconds, a human being flew a powered, heavier-than-air machine under total control. They had done what the richest men and the smartest scientists could not. Two humble mechanics from Ohio had proven that ingenuity, not money, is the true engine of the American dream. They didn't just build a machine, they gave humanity its wings.